One way or the other, you had to learn to fight or be damn funny. I chose a little bit of both. I also had an ally in junior high school, and this unfortunate girl, her name was Mary Poochie. I swear to you this is true, they started calling her Mary Pussy right away. So occasionally, my friend and I would be down the hall, and there would go Masturbator with his Mary Pussy. It was a big hit. Some of you out there may be wondering why I am dressed up like this. Well, there's a very good reason. My girlfriend absolutely insisted that I have a vasectomy. So, down here in the South, you wear a suit like this when you get married, or you're married. But since I was going to have a vasectomy, I said, if I'm going to be impotent, I'm going to look impotent. I do hail from the East Coast, and on the East Coast in Miami, we have an interstate called I-95, and that is the speed limit. You, of course, you have I-75, which is the age limit. Age average, I'm sorry. Actually, on the East Coast, we have retirees, lots of retirees. Here on the West Coast, of course, you have their parents. It's true. My own parents happen to be in their 80s. They have moved into an assisted living and memory care facility. But before they did, I went in and interviewed some of the residents just to make sure this was the right place. The very first guy I met had been happily married 50 years. That's a long time, 50 years. He said, Chachi, he said, last night, went out and had a meal as good as my mother made. I said, really? He said, the service was impeccable. I said, what did you have? He said, you know that flower with the thorns, the red petals, the beautiful smell? I said, sure, Rose. He said, hey, Rose, where were we going to dinner last night? I also found out, unbeknownst to me, that assisted living facilities have the highest percentage of AIDS in the country. And that is a true story. They have walking aids, band-aids, hearing aids. They got a lot of AIDS. The second guy I interviewed had some. He told me, he said, Chachi, he says, I got new hearing aids. They're so sensitive you can hear a mouse break wind in Ohio. I said, well, what kind are they? He said, oh, about 630. The last guy that I interviewed, he said that his wife was driving him nuts. Fiber, more fiber, you gotta have more fiber. He says, son, I shit the rattan chair I'm sitting on. That's a lot of fiber. Almost last guy. He couldn't talk very well. He had just had jaw surgery and had brand new dentures. He only spoke for like 2 minutes. The second time I talked to him, he talked a little better. He spoke for about 4 minutes. The last time I talked to him, he couldn't shut the fuck up. I said, what happened? He said, I think I got my wife's dentures. Not least from the assisted living facility. It turns out that they give every male resident Viagra. I said, you gotta be kidding. That can't be true. He says, absolutely. Keeps them from falling out of bed. So now I have to grade myself down to the sexual avenue. I thought that I should throw in at least one blonde joke. Just one.
Aww.
Okay, 2. You can always tell when a blonde is horny and wants to go to bed. She makes an announcement. I'm so drunk. Of course, the ugly blonde said, I said I was drunk. Men were much easier. We're either hungry or we're horny. If you don't see a heart on, make us a sandwich. True story. On my way here, I stopped in to get my little niece a present. I went right in the toy store, it's true. I looked right in the window there, and there was a fabulous selection of Barbies. So I asked the attendant there, I said, how much is the Malibu Barbie? He said, well, they're $19.95. I said, well, how much is the Beverly Hills Barbie? He said, $19.95. And I said, well, how much is that Ken Barbie? Ken doll Barbie? Divorce Barbie? He said, well, that's $365. I said, $365? Why? He said, well, it comes with Ken's car, Ken's furniture, little keychain with his nuts. I'm going to attempt to tell you the world's hardest joke. I'm going to do my very best not to get held off the stage for you. Reminded you, McCarty said drink up, we're a lot funnier. There's this fly, he's about 6 inches above the water. And this fish said, if that fly were to drop 6 inches, I could jump up and have myself a hell of a meal. Well, sitting right behind the fish is this bear. This bear said, you know, if that fly were to drop 6 inches and the fish jumped up to get the fly, I could reach out and have myself a hell of a meal. Well, right behind the bear is a hunter. The hunter said, you know, if that fly were to drop 6 inches, the fish jumped up to get the fly, and the bear reached out to get the fish, I'd have a clean shot, have myself a hell of a meal. Well, right behind the hunter's a mouse. And the mouse said, if that fly were to drop 6 inches, and the fish jumped up to get the fly, and the bear reached out to get the fish, and the hunter jumped up to take the shot, that sandwich on his lap, fall on the ground, have myself a hell of a meal. Right behind the mouse is a cat. The cat said, if that fly were to drop 6 inches, the fish jumped up to get the fly, and the bear reached out to get the fish, the hunter jumped up to take the shot, the sandwich hit the ground, the mouse right at the sandwich, had myself a hell of a meal. Well, sure enough, the fly dropped 6 inches, the fish jumped up to get the fly, the bear reached out to get the fish, the hunter jumped up to take the shot, the sandwich hit the ground, the mouse ran up to get the sandwich, the cat leaped, missed completely, and landed right in the pond. You know the moral of the story? If your fly drops 6 inches, you're liable to get some wet pussy.